Hello and welcome back once again to our YouTube channel Oracle DB Online Training. So in this tutorial, basically we are looking at Oracle 19C grid infrastructure installation on Linux 9.4. But this is not a complete grid infrastructure installation. I will say this is Oracle restart feature for Oracle database. This is going to be a step-by-step guide. So please do watch this video till the end to understand the complete process. Before we jump on this session, I would like to request, please do subscribe our YouTube channel if you are new to our YouTube platform. Also, you can take the benefit of our channel membership. If you enroll for membership program, you can access all the exclusive content related to our training. Also, we have recently launched our new training batch. You can take a part of this training and the information related to the same can be accessed from our website link. The links are given in the description of this video. You can take our recorded courses from our website. It has a complete end-to-end training details in the recorded format. Back to our agenda, that is how the Oracle 19C grid infrastructure installation can be done on Linux 9.4. First of all, I would like to give a quick information on this. In this step-by-step guide, I will show you how to set up seamlessly and discuss its powerful feature so that you will aware about how the high availability with a critical database can be managed even if it's a single instance database. So first of all, what is Oracle Restart? So Oracle Restart is a powerful feature in Oracle Grid infrastructure that will improve database availability by automatically monitoring as well as restarting Oracle component when they will fail. So that's a main advantage. Like in case if your database got failed for some reason, you will automatically try to restart because of this feature called Oracle Restart. Mainly Oracle Restart feature works for single instance database where you will have ASM running. On top of ASM, you will configure the database components. The main benefit of this particular tutorial will be that we are configuring Oracle Restart on Linux 9.4 operating system. That is our latest operating system version. So in this tutorial, I'll be covering the prerequisite, the installation, configuration, testing for Oracle Restart to ensure your system runs like a pro. So please do watch this video till the end. If you like this video, please like and share with your colleagues. So let's get started with this session. So I have divided this entire training session, this particular tutorial into multiple subsections. So in the first section, we'll be talking about Oracle Restart feature. After that, we'll go with preparation phase. We'll talk about the prerequisites, and then we'll proceed with the configuration. So let's go ahead with the Oracle Restart feature. So as we discussed, like Oracle Restart for Oracle Grid infrastructure is again one of the feature designed to enhance the database availability and on a single instance database environment. Basically, it will help you to monitor as well as manage Oracle components such as Oracle database instance. Also, it helps managing the database storage in terms of ASM, listener services, and Oracle process. So the goal here is that it will make your system highly available, even if it's a single instance database. So the key feature for Oracle Restart is automatic recovery. So in case your database is stopped for some reason or it got failed for some reason, let's say there is a server restart happens. So automatically recovery operation will be taken place with the help of Oracle Restart feature. It also improves monitoring. So constantly monitor the health of Oracle components, alerting the administrator of failure. In fact, it also helps in dependency management. Oracle Restart understands the dependent components, and it automatically triggers for the corrective recovery sequences. Apart from this, it makes the life of a database administrator simplified with the help of utilities such as SRVCTL or CRSCTL command line utilities. So in order to perform the installation, we will be using Linux 9.4 version, though this feature is supported from 11 to 04. but still we should be able to do the installation on Linux 9.4 version. Now coming back to the installation, like how this installation can be done, the first and the most important part is Linux operating system configuration, for which I have already made a video. I'll share this link in the description of the video. You can follow the same. You can do the configuration of Linux operating system on VirtualBox environment step by step. Now, what are the preparation phases? So in order to perform this installation, you will require VirtualBox, you'll require mobile apps application, grid software, database software, also a Linux 9.4 operating system. If you want, you can perform the latest Cluffy, I mean, you can run latest Cluffy utility to validate the system readiness before going for the actual installation. Now coming back, so I already prepared one of the virtual environment. This is Oracle Restart on Linux 9.4. I've allocated 10 GB of RAM 6 processors, and there are almost 150, 128, 150 GB, 120 GB of space where multiple partitions have been created. So we'll see those things. And then apart from this, I think we need to also set the disk for the ASM. So what I'll do, I'll quickly stop this VM and then we can proceed with this. Because as of now, I have not shared anything as a shared disk for this VM. We need to do that as well. Okay, so now what we will do, we have stopped the server. First of all, we need to allocate total 3 disks. One disk for basically I will allocate 2 disks here, one for data and the other one will be for FRA. In fact, we can go with 3 different disks also, but in this case, I'll just consider 2 disks. For creation of a new disk that should be allocated to the VM, we'll go to the virtual file media manager option here, virtual media manager. There is option create disk. So here I'll create one of the disks with the name, let's say, I'll create a folder for Oracle Restart. In this, I'll create ASM. So we can give the name of the disk as data underscore ASM 01. And the size for this disk I'll allocate around 20 GB. Not 20, let's go with 15 GB. And click on finish. Similarly, we need to also allocate one more disk that will be for FRA. So in this case, I'll mention this as fast recovery area or archive underscore ASM. This will be around 10 GB. So here we don't have to share with anything. This can be a normal disk also, but if it is a rack environment, generally we share the disk. There's an option shareable so that this can be used from other system also. Now the next thing that we need to do is to attach the disk here. So click on the storage, go to the controller SATA option, and then select the disk that we have created just now. In this case, the data is first one. And then we have the second one that is for FRA. After allocating the disk, we will find the naming conventions available here. The SATA port 1, data ASM01, SATA port 2, that is for FRA. Okay, so with this, our system is now available. Let's try to start the VM and we will quickly connect to the servers. So remember, like we are trying to install Oracle Grid Infrastructure installation, that is for Oracle Restart on Linux 9.4 version. So after a restart of the server, I will quickly log into the server and then we can take it from there. So this is our new server. I'll re-log into the system. The first thing I wanted to do on this server is to change the host name because the server name is currently different. I want to make the name of the server as dbnode.localdomain. So for this purpose, we can log in with the root user, and under this file, we will put the entry for the server that is db_node.local domain. After modification of this, we need to also change the host name. That is, with the help of nmcli command, we can modify the host name. After modification of host name, we can re-log in, and we are currently logged in for the db_node.local domain. Now there are certain prerequisites we need to follow. The first prerequisite is to perform this Oracle 19c pre-installation package. So for this purpose, we will run the yum command that will do the needful for the installation. Yeah, so sometime this takes more time. There are some issues are there. I will just try to quickly fix the problem. So there's a file called resolve.conf file. In that file, we need to put name server with the IP address as 8.8.8 and then save this file. After that, it should basically we should rerun this one. So there's a process ID for which it is waiting. We can fill that process ID. Now it should work. Okay. So it is trying to download the Oracle database 19c pre-installation package from this particular option. As a part of Oracle 19c pre-installation package, this will do the software installation. All the missing packages. Also, it will create user. The kernel parameter will be set. So this is very important command as far as Oracle database pre-installation steps. Now, the next package that we need to install in this case will be Oracle ASM support. We will try to install this package, but as per my understanding, as of now, for Linux 9.4 version, this package is not available. So what we can do, we can skip this option, and we will be using udev rules for ASM disk creation. Okay. So though I mentioned this is 9.4 version, but in between there was some upgrade happened for my operating system. This was upgraded to 9.5 version. Let me verify this. Yeah, this got upgraded to 9.5 version, but still the process is same for even though 9.4 and 9.5 version. Let's try to install Oracle ASM support library. So it is not installable because the package is no longer available. So in this case, we have to follow with udev rule, for which I will explain the process later. Now the next one is run the systemctl-p command that will show you the current kernel parameter list. So these are the kernel parameter that got set with the help of Oracle 19c pre-installation package here. Okay. Apart from this, we need to make sure we need to create certain users groups, and we also have to set the password for Oracle. And so in this case, I'll go ahead and create the required groups. There are certain groups which are already created as a part of pre-installation package, but there are rest of the users also there. We need to also create grid user. So in some cases, if you are trying to install the database from common user, no need to install the grid user. Otherwise, you can do the same. Here, I just wanted to keep the responsibilities separate. So our grid software, which is Oracle Restart software in this case, will be installed from grid user, and the rest of database software installation will take place from Oracle user. Now, the next thing that we need to set is under the limit.conf file, as a root user, we need to set certain limitations like soft and hard limit for both Oracle as well as grid user. So you will vi this file and put the required value at the last line of this file. I'll copy the entries from here and put it in the file. Apart from this, we need to create directory structure. So the grid software will go under the U01 mount points. We have three different mount point on this server. U01, that is for grid software, U02 for database software, and the backup is basically for keeping the latest patch or any backup of files. So in this case, I'll create all the required directory structure. I'll change the permission or the ownership of this directory structure. So from the root user, we can do this. Now the next thing that we have to do is to set the bash profile. So for bash profile setting under the grid user, we need to set the Oracle SID as a plus ASM here. This is going to the base location for grid. This is going to be a grid home location. So we'll copy this entire information from here and log in as a grid user, put it in the file. You can directly reload the bash profile with this option. And then let's try to cd to Oracle home. Okay, so it is working fine. Same exercise we have to perform for Oracle user also. Here we will keep the name of the database under, as Oracle. So, sorry, ORCL will be our database instance name. I'll keep this one as here. Apart from this, I'll disable the firewall because sometimes the firewall can cause the issues with respect to login to the server and all, especially in the virtual environment. But in production environment, we need to definitely look at the other way of handling such scenarios. Now let's list out the disk that we have shared. So we have added two different disks, one with 15 GB size, the second one is of 10 GB size. So we need to first perform the partitioning of this disk. So I'll mention this as SDB, create a new partition, enter, save this file, SDC. Okay. Now if you run the lsblk command after partitioning, each device has its own partition, and this partition we are going to use for the other purpose. Now our next task is to find out the SCSI ID, SI ID, basically with the help of following command, with the help of udev rule option. Basically, we can find out the SCSI ID. So in this case, you'll run the command against SDB is the one of the disk. And then for SDC also, we need to run the same thing. Copy these device IDs from here. And we need to create one of the file under the etc udev rule. And this is for Oracle ASM device purpose. So we'll put this information here. Okay. And here we'll put the naming convention that this is going to use for, let's say this is going to be data one. So I'll put it here, data one. So instead of OCR, I'll remove this option here. There are two disks that we need to create. One is data one. The second will be for archive or FRA we can put. The only thing we need to replace here the result, or I'll say this particular ID. Okay. This all will be owned by the grid user. Group is O install group and the permission is 660. Oh, sorry. Now after this, we need to reload the udev rule with the help of this command. And then finally, we need to run this one. Now after this, we will have the command to verify the details. So we can find that under the Oracle ASM, under the disk, we have data as well as archive disk. Okay. Now the next thing that we need to do is to copy the software. So I will copy the patch, latest patch as under the grid home location. Sorry, this is the OPatch utility. We need to copy under the grid home as well as DB home. Along with this, I'll copy the patch to the latest patch location. And then also we need to copy the database software. So let's do this way. So after copy of the software, we need to next copy is grid software under the grid home, and the database software under the database home. The only thing we need to remember here is that at the time of, whatever the file that we have copied, it should have proper ownership. So any file which is under U02 should be owned by Oracle. Any file under U01 that should be owned by Grid. So with the help of chown command, we'll do the necessary changes after the copy is completed. Okay, once the softwares are copied, now the next thing that you have to do is log in with Grid user, cd to Oracle form path, and unzip the software. So I'll start with the unzipping of Grid software first. So from where to download this software, I will provide the links in the description of this video. You can follow the same. Now coming back to, if you are looking for our documentation related to this video, you can purchase it from our website. The links are given in the description. This is the link that you have to follow in order to purchase the document. This link will provide you all the documents related to my YouTube channels. There are 75 plus documents that you can get it from after the purchase, even though the future documents also will be included along with the existing one. Now, if you're first time viewer for our YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Even though if you have not subscribed the videos, please do subscribe, and you can take the benefit of membership program by clicking on the join button, where you have the access to the exclusive content for our YouTube channel. Now the software is unzipping is completed. Let me go back here, and we need to remove the existing OPatch utility, which is no longer needed. Along with this, I'll remove the grid software from here, and then we will unzip this file. And the next thing that we need to do here is to unzip the grid software, that is GI release update. So the patch is also unzipped. Now we can proceed with our installation phase. So the second patch which I mentioned here, this is for OJVM patch. We will utilize this later, as well as we need to also look at database software unzipping. That we will do later once we have the grid software or the Oracle restart software installation is done. So with this, let's proceed with our grid software installation. For grid software installation purpose, I will log in with grid user directly. So let's go here and take a session for grade user of this particular session. Now make sure you run the export CV assume destination ID OL 7.8 or 8.4 version. Then CD to Oracle home path. Here you need to call grid setup.sh apply ru command with latest patch location. Now, if you are looking for rack configuration, like two node rack configuration on Linux 9.4 version, you can follow our video. I will share the link in the description for the same. Remember, this is our Oracle restart configuration, not rack one. So though the term grid infrastructure is there, but a later part, you'll realize that we are just doing the standalone configuration, which means it involves with only one single server with ASM as a part of installation and configuration. So the first thing that we are performing here is applying the latest release update patch so that all the bug fixes will be done. And after this, you'll find out the installation page. So here we can see that after waiting for a few minutes, the patch got completed successfully and we got the grid infrastructure installation page. So let's go quickly on this page. Here we can find out there's a feature called Oracle Restart feature. So as we understand, like the Oracle Restart is for single instance or standalone server. So we need to follow this option called Oracle configure Oracle grid infrastructure for a standalone server. With this, we will proceed to the next option. There are two disks that we have allocated and created. I will go with external redundancy. I'll give the name of disk group as data and select the first disk, which is of 15 MB, 15 GB in size. And then I'll proceed to the next option. On the next page, it will ask sys and ASM SNMP user password. I'll try to keep the password small. I mean, for production environment, you can make the password a little complex. We don't have any OMS to register with. This can be skipped. Here, everything should be install as a primary group. I'll select install here. This is our base location for grid software. This is the grid home location. This is the central inventory path, no modification. So here we have root script execution. If we provide the root user password here, it will manage the root script execution automatically. Now this is one of the prerequisite failure or it's just a warning. So we'll skip this one, click on ignore all, proceed to the next. After this, we will proceed with the next, that is the installation. So if everything goes perfectly fine, then it should be done with the installation within few minutes. While this installation is in progress, I would like to request if you are a first-time viewer for our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and you can take the benefit of membership program. Also, you can explore our previous tutorials from the channel. If you are looking for a recorded course, please do visit our website. Under the recorded course tab, you can purchase our recorded course. Along with this, you can also purchase our YouTube videos related documents available at 2000 rupees only. If you're looking for any trainings, you can visit our training tab. Recently, we have launched a new batch. You can join that batch. Just an introduction class has been completed so far. So if you're interested about our training, it's a very detailed training. You're learning lots of things from this. You can enroll for the same. So this is completed successfully. Now we can close this window, and after that we can do the quick verification. So we'll run SQL plus -v command that is showing the current version for database and grid infrastructure. Along with this, I will run Pmon option. So ASM is running, and also will run a listener status by running the ps-a pipe grep TNS. So listener also got created. Now we can run the CRS-CTL status resource-t command that will show you the current status for the resources which are associated with this Oracle restart feature. So all the resources are online, which are not online, we can manage them later also. Apart from this, we will create one more disk with the help of ASMCA, that is for archive purpose. So ASMCA is a utility that we need to invoke. Click on disk group option, create a new disk with the flex option here, which is selected as FRA or archives. I'll go with the naming convention archive. I'll select this option, external option, sorry, and click on OK. So it will create another disk group with the name as archive. So our grid infrastructure for a standalone cluster is successfully completed. Now on top of this, we can also create, we need to do the database software installation, and then we can create one database. So let's quickly take a session for Oracle. And there we need to invoke the database software related command. Here the software unzipping is still pending. So I'll first unzip the database software. Once the database software unzipping completes, we can proceed with our installation. This is not rack database. So I'll mention create the database. Okay, so this software unzipping is completed. I'll remove the existing OPatch with Linux software. Now after this, we will unzip the latest OPatch utility with the help of unzip command. Then we will go to the backup location under this latest patch. So here we have one of the patch, which is our OGVM patch. I will try to unzip this file also. So the same can be installed during the time of pro. Okay, so it requires some permission. Let me do it from the root user. Or in fact, I can do it from this one. Now what we will do, we'll change the ownership of these files. Not ownership, I'll make this as chmod -r 777 for both these two directories. Okay, so with this we are now we are ready with installation. So what we will do, we'll go back to Oracle home location, and then we will invoke the command. So first run the export assume option, assume destination ID, then we have next option to perform the installation. So with the help of apply, you will be installing the latest patch set, and we will also apply the one of the patch. So the first patch got applied successfully here. That is for release update patch 1924 patch set. On top of this, we have the next patch getting applied, which is OJVM patch. This also got completed successfully. Now we should be able to see the database software installation page. Here we'll quickly follow the setup software only option. Go ahead with single instance database creation, enterprise edition. Here, everything should be selected as O install group. That will make this process quicker. Provide the root user password. Now we can verify this information by running SQL plus -v. In fact, we can also run OPatch ls patches to list out all the applied patches. And finally, we need to create the database using the DBCA option. So just launch DBCA utility, go with create database option. Here I'll select advanced configuration. I'll go with custom database creation. Name the database. I'll go with the database naming convention. What's here? I'm creating a non-container database because I selected, given that this group size is less, I'll not go with the container database here. So the disk group is automatically selected here. The data disk group will be used for disk creation. I'll deselect this OMF option and click on continue. You can enable the archive log feature and give the disk group path. I'll give the archive disk group here. Listener is already running, so that is fine. You can just go ahead to the next point. This is the total SG and PGA combination, which is 40% of the entire RAM. Click on next. Deselect this option. We are creating sys user and system user password. We need to pass on here. The password is small. This warning will be there. You can just ignore. Click on create database. And finally, we can click on finish. So this process will take few minutes for database creation. As soon as the database is created, you should be able to log in and start using this. So this was like a very simple and detailed, I'll say a detailed discussion about how the Oracle Grid infrastructure or Oracle Restart feature can be implemented on a Linux 9.4 version. That is our main agenda for this session. And once this is done, you can do the verification by logging to the database and run this query. Okay, so srvctl command will not work for this. This is not a rack environment, so I can remove this command from the list. So that's what our agenda was. And we are able to successfully do the Oracle 19c grid infrastructure installation on Linux 9.4. And we have completed this session without any issue. Again, thank you for watching this tutorial, and please do subscribe our YouTube channel if you are a first time viewer, or if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. You can always reach out to given contact details for any training sessions. For more information, please do visit our website. You have given a contact details as well as WhatsApp access. You can register for new training, take our recorded courses, enroll for new training. With this, thank you once again. Have a wonderful day.